We haven't seen each other in 2 years. I have a panic disorder that went untreated for about 6 years. It's coming on 7, but I have been in treatment for probably about 8 months now. And because of that, I got to the stage where I really wasn't comfortable like leaving the house, doing anything. Couldn't drive anymore. Through this, you'll probably see me play with this. Who knows what? You might see me panic out. I don't know. I haven't done anything like this in years at this point. But I'm going to see my best friend, Jordan, for the first time in 2 years. We've grown up together. We make videos together. That's what we've done since we were kids. I mean, we've been best friends since first grade, and I'm super excited to see him again. There was a time 2.5 months ago where I thought I might never see him again in my whole life. So to have him back again is super exciting. There he is. There's my guy.
Trevor! Dude. Oh, dude.
That was pre-planned.
By Trevor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was it.
How do we explain this if we get pulled over?
We keep recording the whole time. We try to fucking mics in.
We're like, can you please explain why we're getting pulled over?
Interviewing a cop while he's arresting us? Oh my god, that would be so worth it.
Imagine if he pulls us out of the car and you still hear our audio clearly, but you can't see us.
We still take the mics.
That would be funny as
We haven't seen each other in 2 years. We're going to record this first conversation. Obviously, we just packed and everything. But I figure we can say whatever. If we don't like it, we can go back and bleep names, bleep anything, cut out parts we don't want out in the public. You know what I'm saying?
we.
What's your interpretation of like why we haven't seen each other in 2 years?
Well, after I moved to Charlotte, I wasn't really coming up here to see anyone as much. I know I did come and see you some, but I did not make a point to come up here as much, right?
Yeah,
Right?
I guess.
But then when I did, a lot of times I guess I was doing things that you were not comfortable doing because you weren't, I guess, mentally well enough for it.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
So yeah, which is true. So it's like, because I remember sometimes inviting you, like, hey, Alex is like asking you. He would say like, hey, invite Trace, and I'd invite you, and you'd be like, hey, I'm not really comfortable with that, and it was sad because obviously like, me and him were hanging out, and I'd want to hang out with you, but you didn't want to like be around anyone else. So yeah, it was just kind of like, it was kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't go see you in Charlotte either.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I mean, I get that because, I mean, yeah, if I like lived here and had to drive to Charlotte, I feel like I would panic. So driving into Charlotte, once you're there, it's fine driving around, but driving to Charlotte, that's scary, dude.
I mean, I was driving at that time, but definitely not like that.
Yeah. I mean, plus, like, even my dad told me, because I remember talking to my dad about how I felt like nobody wanted to come see me, and he's like, you're the one that moved, dude. He's like, if you want to see your friends, you should come see them.
Yeah, I mean,
which is, you know, true.
That definitely wasn't the case. I mean, it wasn't like, screw Jordan.
Yeah, I get that. There's no hard feelings there. I totally get it. And I guess, well, I'm not going to get ahead of the conversation here. I wasn't mad or anything. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong for not coming around more. You know?
I don't think anyone was wrong. I mean, you were moving on with life from my point of view.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to like move on from you. Obviously, we've talked so much, and I know like a lot more recently.
Yeah.
But like, we never stopped talking. I cannot in my head picture a time where we weren't like in communication. You know?
No, I don't think there was. I think pretty much without fail, we've talked every day of the 2 years we haven't seen each other.
Yeah.
There's probably been a couple of days in there that we've just not sent a message, but definitely over the past like 8 months, we probably haven't missed a day.
Yeah. And the weird thing is, I was thinking about it. It's been like constant.
Yeah.
Like almost where it's like, dude, what are we doing? Do we not have shit to do?
Yeah, honestly, honestly, especially the past like 2 months.
It has been, yeah.
It's been not only daily do we like send a voicemail, but it's like hourly. We're sending like multiple voice messages. It's like the way you talk to your date, your crush in like middle school.
Yeah, yeah. So like after I moved the furthest away, our connection gets like really close.
Yeah, because you moved to Arizona, which is, I guess, is kind of skipping ahead in any sort of story. But I guess we'll go back because from my point of view, when you moved to Charlotte, it was like sort of this realization, like, oh my God, this dude doesn't. I guess this dude doesn't like need me anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that was a selfish thing to think, I guess, because like your life does not revolve around me, and I get that.
I mean, I get that too, but like we are, dude. We've known each other since we were like 6 or 7. Like we've just like always been bros.
Yeah, I guess things are kind of different with us too, as opposed to a normal friendship, because we're like a duo
Yeah.
too. Like the creative things we do are usually together, and usually like better together too. I would say, at least video wise. I don't think I have much to add to you musically.
Dude, that Skunk You song though that we're doing.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fire.
I never ever intended on like moving away and that being it.
Yeah.
Obviously, like we keep talking.
Oh yeah, I mean I didn't think that.
I never thought I would like just stop talking and do my own thing.
Well, even
You
when
know?
you moved to Arizona, I didn't think, oh, that's the end of like our friendship. I thought, oh, that's probably gonna be the last time in my life that I see him. That's genuinely what I thought. I mean, I told you, I cried when you moved, when it like really hit me that you were moving to Arizona. That's
Yeah.
pretty much why I was like, oh my god, the last time I saw him was the last time I'm gonna see him. And as you know, last time we saw each other, we didn't really do anything.
No, because we didn't even know that would. We had
no idea.
It was just like, all right, see you later.
Yeah.
Like so that was weird. That's not a gas station anymore.
No, it hasn't been for years now, dude. It's so weird. I mean, they didn't even try to make it not look like a gas station.
For those of you who don't know, it is literally a gas station with pumps still outside, but there's banners all around the windows, and it's like
I don't know what it is, dude.
It's not a gas station.
It's just not a gas station. It's got like all its windows are covered, so you can't.
Yeah.
It is something, but you can't see what it is.
That is so weird. Why don't they take the pumps away?
I don't know. It seems like the easiest thing in the world to do to make it look not like a gas station.
Yes. Where were we?
We did our last thing, and we didn't know that it was gonna be the last thing. You were already in Charlotte at that point, I think.
Yeah. I remember you and Evan. Like Evan was like, oh, like his music, like making a joke, and I recorded that in Charlotte. So yes.
Okay, yeah. I'm assuming that your life decisions had very little to do with me.
I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know. I guess if I'm being completely honest, I guess it was like because I told you even after I moved to Arizona, I was like, oh, you're cool staying in like county. Like
Yeah.
I guess always thought that was you. So I was like, I know I won't. So I was like, he's my best friend and I love doing shit with him. But I was like, I know I'm not gonna stay there. So I guess I'm gonna just go and see what happens. Like that's what it was. If I knew like for sure that you were up for going other places, maybe I would have been like, hey, I'm not gonna go and leave because I know you don't want to stay here either. You know, I feel like that's what it was. I was like, he just wants to stay here.
Yeah, I get
so
that.
I'm gonna just go and I'm gonna just go.
It's weird because like ultimately, literally since I don't want to say since we met, but probably like third grade when we started like really just being creative together. Probably my ultimate life vision has always been just us doing something together.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I totally get that because we always have.
So then all of a sudden I find that we're just not. We're just not.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's definitely a weird part of my life, I guess. Yeah. I mean, well, even before that, even when I just started college, and you're just not around, things like that. It's just.
Dude, I will say, and I'm not one of those people that like thinks that we peak at any certain time and like life can never be as good. But I will admit, like when I was living in Winston close to the School of the Arts and I was able to get there quick and like we were hanging out often, dude, those were great times.
Yes.
Those were great times.
Yeah, when we both had like freedom and we were just together. We had nothing else to worry about, like other than what we were doing like right then. But I think now what we have like in front of us is going to be great times.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess. Oh. Yikes.
That was a cop. We don't know. This is probably not illegal. Not legal, I think.
Why would it be? I'm
you're a distracted driver for sure.
Absolutely. This is like texting and driving. Basically.
That's texting and driving for sure.
Wait, what was I gonna say? I guess at that time in my life, I still had a lot of things in my head. Like I don't know where I want to be. Like I don't really know, and I had all these like uncertainties. And it took me literally until now to know. I had to move across country, and I told you, like I would be on my way to work crying. I'd be laying in bed at night crying because I realized that I really messed up.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I realized after going out there, I was like, this isn't what I wanted. What I wanted was already there. I guess it took me having to like go out there to realize that. So in a way, it's not like a mistake that I went out there.
No.
I needed to know.
Yeah, and that's what I told you too when you were telling me all that. Like,
yeah,
it's something you had to do.
Yeah, Because I went like a year and a half for some reason thinking I wanted to live in Arizona. Well, like a whole year and a half. Yeah, so like I had to do it, and then I go and I'm like, hey, this sucks, and I miss everyone, and
Yeah, I mean, even when you were in Arizona, I had multiple dreams where I would just like go move to Arizona. I was like, it's like my subconscious was like, wherever he's at, dude, you got to be there. I mean, it was strange. I would have like really vivid dreams where I did that.
Dude, I'm telling everybody that's watching right now, wherever I go next, it's not Arizona, ain't it? Arizona is not it. That state needs to be closed down. There needs to be caution tape right at the like state line. Just don't go.
So.
For those of you that don't know, that was a fake sneeze. Me and Trace have this joke going where we put fake sneezes in videos because actors don't do that enough in movies and shows.
Hollywood doesn't sneeze, dude.
They don't make them sneeze or nothing. People sneeze, Hollywood.
People sneeze, Hollywood, and it interrupts conversation, and no one really thinks twice about it.
How many times do you think somebody is like sneeze in the middle of a shot and the director yells cut and they redo
go,
it?
No, you can't sneeze in the shot. Leave it in. Leave it in.
Just leave the sneeze in. Is that a traffic circle?
Oh, you didn't know we got a traffic circle, dude? We have a traffic circle.
Did I know about this? Have I been here? When was the last time I've been through here? How long has this been?
Like a long time, like years. It doesn't look weird to me anymore.
I mean, because even when I did come up to visit people, when was the last time I ever went through Jonesville, dude? Oh my God. What's the point in this? By the way, I went to Bojangles, dude, because I missed it. I missed it so bad. For those of you who everybody knows, Bojangles is just here, man. The only thing they have out there is Raising Cane's chicken. It's not the same.
I think Popeyes is the closest thing to Bojangles.
Yeah.
Because me and Angel were talking, and we determined that as long as a place has Popeyes, if it doesn't have Bojangles, that would be enough to remind us of Bojangles.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree as someone who...
Well, I told you that I did go to Popeyes in Phoenix, but the sweet tea was trash.
Was bad, yeah.
So it's like, I mean, if you're like me and sweet tea goes hand in hand with Bojangles.
It does, but I don't drink sweet tea anymore because I don't drink caffeine.
You're just not getting it's not the same.
I agree with that. It's like the Baja Blast at Taco Bell. Right?
Yeah.
You got to get Baja Blast at Taco Bell because it goes with the food. You got to get the sweet tea at Bojangles.
What do you call the ice drinks?
Oh God.
The blended. Because I got the Baja Blast like freeze.
I think they're freezes.
For the first time like a month ago, dude. That was all right.
I only get sips of these things now when Angel
gets
them because I don't do caffeine. I did caffeine like a month ago. Angel's dog had a tumor, and it could be cancer. Anyway, the day she found that out. The day she found that out, it's got removed and they sent it off for testing. We don't know the results. It's old though, so like she had to make the decision if she wants to get it removed or just let it grow and like kill him. But she got it removed because she was like, he's a champion, he's gonna live, and he did. So she made the right choice.
Damn it! I thought it would have been way funny if you're like, he's a champion, he's gonna live, and he died. Like.
But anyway, the day she did that, she was really sad or whatever, and she's like, I want a frappe from McDonald's. Like,
why not?
Do you want one too?
Go, queen.
You know what? I usually say no, but she felt bad this day, and I was like, yeah, I'll get one with her. Whatever.
Did you drink a whole thing?
She got me a small. I did. I drank a whole small. I had the worst headache. Like
bro. I feel that. I mean, I drink caffeine all the time, but I know, like, if you go a while, and then, yeah.
Dude, I've been like a year and a half without having anything but sips of caffeine.
Ooh.
Oh my God, I felt horrible. Like after she left that night, I mean, it took a long time to like really kick in for me, but after she left and I was just like sitting on the toilet taking a poop. And I felt like if I stood up from that toilet, like it was honestly like a weird high that gave me. It just felt horrible.
I mean, it's like the plant's defense mechanism, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't want you to consume it.
Yeah.
And we do. That makes sense.
We've all gotten so used to it that we don't notice, but I've been off it for so long that.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I mean, that's the same with like how me, like if I don't have, like if I go like 2 or 3 days without drinking coffee in the morning, I notice. Yeah. I literally drink it every single morning and have for like as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
Which is bad, but there have been times I haven't been able to get it and I notice. What's up with that? That's not good.
I wanted to start getting decaf coffee, but then I didn't realize that decaf coffee was not fully decaffeinated. That it was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's actually like just less caffeinated. Like they'll take like 30% of the caffeine out. it's not fully uncaffeinated.
I mean, I guess how could you?
Yeah.
How could you really?
It just grows with caffeine. So.
Yeah.
But you'd think with like selective breeding or something they could.
I mean, are you really gonna breed a non-spicy jalapeno pepper?
Yeah, that's a good point. They make these coffee alternative things that are other mixtures of like herbal things that are supposed to taste like coffee. I have not bought them yet. The reviews are very mixed on it. There are some people who are probably just jacking that go,
Right.
yes, this tastes exactly like coffee. And then there are other people who seem to be the majority who are like, no, this is awful.
That's like, dude, people are douchebags. Like, okay, look, I believe in veganism and all, whatever. I can't do it because I love cheese. But if you are a vegan that legitimately says, I love vegan cheese, it tastes just like cheese, you're a piece of shit.
You're lying, yeah.
There's no way, because I remember like getting mozzarella cheese for pizza and it just wasn't the same. I got Colby Jack vegan cheese for grilled cheese. I couldn't even eat it, dude.
Yeah.
I could not even eat it. It tastes like
I'll tell you what
old yogurt.
Yeah. What has been a lifesaver since I gave up beef and pork?
Yes.
The Impossible Whopper.
Dude, well, I was gonna say my dad cooked out last night,
Yeah.
and I convinced him to get me Impossible burger patties.
Yeah.
And he did. I mean, I've had the Whopper too. But
Yeah.
It's
Just the Impossible meat in general
it's great.
is great. I mean,
It is so good.
It's so convincing.
Yeah, like I don't understand.
My dad was unwilling to try the Impossible Whopper, but he wanted us to go pick him up Burger King one day, and I got it for him instead of it, and I unwrapped it and everything before he got it, and he was just eating it like normal. He had no idea.
Oh man, I
And
will admit.
I guess he's hearing it for the first time if he
Yeah.
watches this.
I will admit that because that you heard that they cook it like in the same grease.
Yeah.
So after I ate it though, it tasted fine. It was great, but it did kind of mess my stomach up a little bit. I'm assuming it's because of the grease. Because dude, I don't know what happens when you don't eat like an actual burger for like 4 years or something, and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
do.
Yeah, I guess
don't
if you had
know.
been doing it for a long time and then you go to the Impossible Whopper, but then you probably wouldn't even be craving stuff like that.
I don't, but
Well,
when
see, I do.
when I heard about the Impossible Whopper, I was like, let's give it a try. Let's see.
Because the way that I just decided not to is me and Angel were doing like a war of the chicken sandwiches, the whole thing that's going on right now. And then after like 2 weeks, I was like, I haven't had pork or beef in like 2 weeks. And I kind of feel iffy about eating cows and pigs anyway, because
Yeah.
you could fall in love with a cow or pig like as a pet. And
course.
it would feel emotions for you as well, like just like a dog. And there's been a few times where I broke that in like the weeks since, because like my mom's like cook things or like Wendy's cook things, and it's been like, all right, I'll eat this. But it hasn't been that hard, and I feel better.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not here to talk crap about my dad, but my dad eats, like, he will go to a Mexican restaurant and get fajitas that have steak, chicken, and shrimp in the fajita. Like, I don't know if you know this, but like eating different types of meat at once is hard on your stomach because it's like harder to digest because it's like different proteins or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like they say, if you do eat meat, just eat one. Like don't. Yeah. So either way, he does all that crap. He has to drink Mylanta and stuff all the time and like take Pepto because his stomach. I don't know. And it's just like, hey, did you ever stop and think? Maybe because you eat like crap. Like it's not just, it's not just a medical problem you have, dude. You're doing this to yourself.
Dude, me, like 4 weeks ago, I was eating Texas fajitas every time I got Mexican.
Wait, that's all three of them, right?
Yeah, that's all three of them. I was eating
Bro,
the same
you're
thing.
a dick. No, I don't care.
But now, I mean, now I'm just doing shrimp fajitas, I guess. I mean, yeah, I guess I could do chicken fajitas, but I'm a shrimp guy mainly anyway.
Shrimp is all right.
Shrimp's one of my favorite foods. Don't you diss shrimp?
I'm not, dude.
Dude, if you diss shrimp, I swear to God.
I don't even like. No. I'm not dissing shrimp because shrimp, like, there's like a shit ton of them, and I don't feel like it's messed up the way they do it. But the only problem is, I guess it depends. I don't know what companies get their shrimp from where it's coming from. But there's a big problem with shrimp just like having coke in them, like cocaine.
Really?
Because maybe that was in Florida. Like my grandpa told me about that because.
Well, isn't that a good thing?
Well, I guess because
it depends who you are.
Because I guess so many like ships with drugs like run through there, and either they lose their coke or they have to like drop it because they're about to get caught or something, and then that gets in the water, and then they like scientists have found like just coke and these shrimp, but these shrimp still make it into like Gordon fisherman bags.
Maybe that's why shrimp is so addictive.
I guess shrimp is great. It's so weird. Shrimp is literally just like sea cockroaches, right?
Yeah.
But we love them. Would you eat a cockroach?
No, but actually the closest thing on land related to shrimp is the pill bug, the isopod, which I did raise and I did eat I did eat some of them.
Really?
Yeah, I raised those for like 2 years. And I did boil some and eat some just to try them, and they do taste pretty much like shrimp, plus like peanuts or something.
I mean, that's cool.
So those could be pretty sustainable
Yeah.
in the future.
Just like how like
Because they breed like crap.
crickets and
They
stuff.
breed really, really quick. And it'd probably be the best tasting insect.
Yeah.
I think they're not technically an insect though.
my only thing about eating insects, I don't mind. I know it's like protein, and I feel like that unless you're eating grass yourself, that is like the
best way.
Yeah, you're getting the most out of it, because by the time you eat beef, like you've lost so much of the. Yeah, you get it. But yeah, so I get that. But at the same time, if I'm eating a chicken sandwich that still had like I could still see the feet and like the beak or something, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're eating like a cricket, you're literally eating. You see its eyes, you see its legs, and it's just like I know what this was. You know?
Yeah.
It's like weird.
Well, that's similar to some shrimp places, because some shrimp places will leave like everything on.
And you gotta
you gotta take the eyes and everything off.
I have seen that.
Yeah, I get it, but I guess it's less with an insect because like of pretty much all things except cells themselves, this thing has the least consciousness.
Yeah.
I guess because that's been a big thing I'm going down to is like what levels of consciousness do things have? Because I think everything has consciousness.
Yeah.
Everything has pretty much a similar experience to us, but less so as it goes down, I guess.
We think that, but I don't know.
I mean, that.
That's how will we ever know?
We'll
People
never know.
Are scientists really? I mean, look at how smart some of these bugs are. Are they like really hooking up wires to like an ant's brain and like, oh, he misses his brother? Like,
yeah, I mean that's a good point, but I definitely think dogs, for example, are like basically just as aware as we
absolutely.
are. I mean,
if you eat a dog, you.
Although I want to say that if I ever went to a place that served dog, I would try it.
I would not. I could not.
I could not.
I could not.
I want to say that I would. I just have to. I just would have to have the experience.
Oh my God, the man's best friend. You did.
Not that specific dog. That specific dog is not my best friend.
Oh my God. How did we even get onto this?
Not eating beef. I'd probably try a dog.
Oh my God. I would not. Because imagine, what do? You come back to America. Yeah, when I was in China or whatever, I tried dog to be like exotic. Dude, that's like a red flag. People think you're a dick after that.
Yeah. If I was visiting a tribe that like cannibalized the people who had just died, I'd be like, yeah, let me try that.
Oh.
I mean,
no.
You gotta experience life.
I don't know about that.
He's rethinking this whole trip.
Oh, oh, dude.
I need someone to cannibalize.
Is that why we're going up here to the mountains?
That's why we're going to the mountains.
To this gated community.
That's why I brought all my film equipment. I want it in 4K.
Man, the last time I was up here, literally, like we had just finished a football game, and the next day, Saturday, shot balloon hands.
I remember being so hyped about balloon hands. Balloon hands is executed so poorly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things that I just think I didn't know how to use my camera at that point. Like, I don't know if there's parts of it where the audio is only coming out of one side. I don't know if you've ever noticed that.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
But that was around the time where whatever settings you had like...
It was stuck with, like, the white balance being weird.
It was so... Yeah, it looked... Yeah.
It was definitely a point where I did not know how to use my camera.
Yeah. I feel that, because I feel like when I first got my camera, yeah.
There was a while, though, like a few years, where just the base settings before I ever messed with anything were, like, good. And then there's like a whole section of my videos you can see, like, I with something. It was just stuck. I just didn't know what to do.
It's like if you watch the beginning of in 3D Platypus Light, you ever, because I watched that not that long ago, and I was like, dude, you can't even like see.
Yeah, it's so dark.
It is so dark. It looks terrible.
Well, if you watch Platypus Light, there are parts where we're just like yellow, like Platypus Light the musical.
Yeah.
There's parts where we're just like yellow. It's like I had no idea what I was doing with this thing.
It's crazy. It's crazy how much we've like improved and changed. Like,
yeah.
We have standards now.
We have standards, and we sometimes like to live up to them. Most of the time, we're just like no, let's not.
Platypus Light the musical could have been way better. And I'm not saying because of
not
you
just
or
because of the shooting, but
yeah, like we could have done.
Even at that time, we could have done better.
Now I'm free,
falling, free.
Hold on.
Falling.
Hold on. So hit it. Hold on. You didn't end it, you dick.
Falling.
All right.
We did it. First try. What do you think about my panic disorder? Like, what's your understanding of it?
Dude, believe me, I've been
Yeah.
diagnosed with.
Yeah.
stuff,
I know
right?
you got your own stuff, but what's your understand? Like the way I've explained it to you. What's your understanding of like? Just you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's way more intense than anything that like, because obviously I told you I get like really nervous in public places and stuff where I don't know people.
Yeah.
But like I can be in a crowded room full of people that I'm like cool with and I'll feel fine.
Yeah.
But it's just like if there's more than like a few people, you like tense up and you can't. I don't know. I don't know what that's like. Yeah, I really don't.
Well, honestly, I'm surprised that I've done this good like in a car ride because I've like practiced because even doing car rides with Angel like 4 months ago or something, I'd like have panic attacks.
Really?
Yeah. And so I was like nervous about doing this car ride with like you because I've like trained myself to do car rides good with Angel. But
Yeah.
now we're doing like a long car ride with you, and usually I have to play with this freaking fidget spinner. Well, it's not. It's a 3D printed like gear spinner. And I usually just like sit around and do that. So basically, like neutral is just having a panic attack, and basically I have to work constantly, whether it's playing with this or whether like doing mind exercises to freaking not have a panic attack. So yeah. And one thing I found is because I went so long without getting treated, is time went so slow during that period that now that I go sometimes like days or weeks without having a panic attack, that time goes by so fast that it's like, what have I done? The other day I was sitting and I had no work to do or something. I was supposed to be, I had stuff to do at the house. I woke up early and it was just like all of a sudden Angel got home from work and I was sitting on the porch like waiting for her, and she got there and I was just like sitting blankly and she goes, what? And I was like, I literally cannot tell you what I did today. Stuff like that happens now that I'm like recovering, I guess. My perception of time is like really weird.
Yeah. God is good. We are growing.
What do you think about churches opening up during a pandemic?
I think churches should just stay closed.
There we go.
I was rewatching the other night in my Airbnb, rewatching Tambourine by Chris Rock. His whatever like last. Stand on
I never
Social
watched
Media.
it.
It's funny. He's talking about people obviously not having enough faith in God, because he was like, you guys are going to church every Sunday because you don't trust him. He's like, I haven't been to church in years. That's having faith. And I'm like, you know what? That's true. You want to show that you have faith in God? Stop going. Just stop. Right?
Yeah. Speaking of comedy specials, I have beef with you, dude.
Why?
You didn't send me Bo Burnham's like announcement video for his new comedy special.
Because I knew that if I did, you'd be like, oh yeah, I knew that.
I did not know it. And
Really?
when I finally saw it, which was like 6 hours after it was posted, I saw that you had liked it.
Ah.
And I was like, oh my God.
Because typically when I
like-
send you something, for somehow, some way, you have already seen it.
I was like, oh my God, my best friend has forsaken me.
It
like,
is so weird. We
were just talking about it.
But you did see it's not like live or anything.
No.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see it.
Which is, it's like a continuation of the end of Make Happy.
Which is so cool.
Yeah. But it's so weird that me and Trace were just like a few weeks ago talking about how great Bo Burnham is and how we're waiting for him to do another thing, and now he did.
We were talking about how he probably won't, and like it's gonna be a cool like historical thing to talk about how we experienced Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
And it, I mean, might still will be, because who knows what he's gonna do like in the future. But
That's just insane. That, like,
we manifested it.
he posted that picture of the door. You saw that, right?
No, I did not. I did not look further into like his Instagram after I saw the video.
Yeah, he posted the picture of just the door that was at the end of Make Happy.
Okay.
And everyone was like, "Oh God, new special, new special." And that's what I thought. And then like 2 days later, sure enough, he's like, "I shot this special, no crowd, just me."
Dude, that shot of him with the beard and everything looking all crazy, and then he looks at the camera and just lets a little smile.
Yeah.
That is such a nice shot. Oh my God.
Dude, that guy is genius. He is such a genius. Like, I really hope. I mean, I trust that he's funny, but it's gonna be weird. Like the no crowd. It's just him and his piano. I guess.
I know that's like what he was doing on YouTube before.
Yeah.
So I have faith in him that he can make it work.
Especially if he's got that beard.
Oh, dude, I hope if he does not have that beard, that looks so bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was like, I like this Bo.
Yeah, that's gonna be so cool. I hope after this, maybe this will be his like him going back into it, maybe without having to be in front of people and get all nervous and shit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe from now on he does like does stuff alone. Maybe we really like this style, and he's like, okay, I can manage this.
Yeah. I was just really, because once I saw that he had the new special, the first thing I thought is like, how the did I not hear about tickets? Like, what? And then I saw, oh, he just did it in the room.
I guess
just
that would
him.
suck. If he only does these alone things in his room, he cannot buy tickets. That would suck. So I guess in a way, if he does that, we still no, we didn't get to experience Bo Burnham then because we never got the chance to see.
But we're still here as he's.
We're here as he's creating.
It still blows my mind that we literally just said that. Like we thought he was done.
Just said that, yeah. That's so crazy, and he's been doing it. So it said he was doing it over the past year.
Yeah, we just talked it into existence.
Which means he might be growing a beard throughout the whole thing.
Oh.
That would be kind of cool.
Like if it started out like at the end of Make Happy, and then by the end he's like a crazy. Oh man, that would be cool. And it's so weird because he has not had facial hair like ever. I mean, what better time than like being in lockdown to do something like that? That's so cool.
Bo's my bro.
You know what? Let's get together and watch it together when it comes out.
Yeah, whenever it comes out. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a plan. And now we go all the way up here, and I have to rediscover. I always know the house when I see it. That's kind of the way.
What if we go up to a random house?
That could potentially happen. I think there's a sign out there that says Collins or something, but we could potentially go up to the wrong house. We just continue on this. All right, this part of this video is going to be very entertaining. All right. Once we're on top of this hill, hopefully I recognize the house.
Dude, this is like a straight 90-degree angle. My car can't take this. This is tough. You need a truck. Oh my God. I'm getting so nervous right now.
What if we just start rolling back?
That's what I'm.
Okay, we're at the top. It's further up, but
I don't remember them looking like this.
Don't hit the people.
I will hit the people. For those of you who can't see, there's people.
And we're supposed to hit them.
There's about to not be people.
We wave at everybody.
Hey, howdy, howdy.
It might be this house. Let's check it out. It's totally this house. Heck yeah, we found the house. First try. I mean, we were a little past it, but we found it.
Dude, I do not at all remember it looking like this at all.
What do you think what do you remember it looking like?
I don't even remember it being close to other houses.
Really?
I don't. What?
Wow.
This is like a whole little tight-knit community. What are you looking at? Yeah. What the crap?
Yeah, dude.
Well, this is weird.
We have a to-do list of things we have to do, like start the water. We have to turn the water heater on and just run the water for a little bit.
Do it.
We have to get in. We have to get the keys.
Where are the keys?
They're in a hidden place.
Where are they, Trace?
All right. Peace out. I guess. Bye, buddy. All right, let's do this.
We should just kiss.
We should just make out.
That'd be funny. All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.